This is York County's Morning Show with Andy Austin.
66 years ago today.
The day the music died.
A lot of people, I mean, just think of the history of rock and roll, where it really blew up in the mid-50s. And some of the biggest stars of the day on the plane, where there were no survivors. And you may or may not know the Waylon Jennings connection to the day the music died. Now, Waylon, before he became a country music outlaw, was actually, I think he was in Buddy Holly's band. He was a bass player. Winter can be brutal for a touring musician to be on a bus for hours at a time, days on end, and this is without the comforts of, well, satellite TV, cable TV, let's throw cable into it, or even cell phones or whatever it is. Like, when you got on a bus in 1959, you played board games. That's about it. And people got sick. There were a number of people who were sick, touring the middle of the country in the middle of winter. Now, the tour itself began in January, so January 23rd, and this was going to be the 11th date. Clear Lake, Iowa was the show, which happened on February 2nd. But then, by this time, it was cold, there was more snow, and there were a lot of people sick on the tour bus. Now, I bring in Waylon Jennings, who was one of those people who was sick. So, Waylon was actually almost on the plane. He and Richie Valens lost a seat to Valens on the coin toss. So Valens took the plane ride. Waylon Jennings had to take the bus because the bus still had to go. Waylon was sick on the bus. They made a joke to Waylon saying, you're going to be sick on the bus again for another night. And then Waylon turned around and said, yeah, well, hope your plane crashes. Can you imagine living with that guilt? That's exactly what happened for a number of years, and Waylon actually had thought that he was not necessarily responsible for the plane crash, but he certainly felt like he had some sort of bad mojo with it, and I think that's something he certainly had to work through. But just on a coin toss, instead of Richie Valens, Waylon Jennings could have been on that.
Connect with York County's Morning Show at 324-1220. 324-1220.